Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. A while back I made a video showing you how to make those trendy phone charm strap things. I don't know if they're trendy anymore or if they were even trending still when I made them. But since then I've actually made a few more and I've done them in a couple different techniques. So I'm going to show you an updated way to make some phone charm strap things. For supplies, you'll need beads, of course. You can use any kind of beads that you want. The last video I made, I used seed beads and letter beads and other kinds of accent beads. I've since moved on to using spacer beads and pony beads, but you can make them with any kind of bead that you want. I'm also going to be using wax cord, 0.5mm wax cord for this tutorial. The last time I was using thread. You can still use thread. Thread or wax cord is better than stretchy cord. And for wax cord, you can get any color. I just got black because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use any colors, and black goes with everything. So you also need scissors, and clear nail polish is optional, as well as tape. Alright, let's get into the tutorial.
Okay, so something happened with the video that I literally just made where I was like showing how I make my phone charms. Basically, all I talked about was how I pick out a color theme. So like as you can see, I'm using pinks for this one. So then I also mentioned how I got this bead, pony bead set box from Amazon. You can just search pony beads and I'm sure something like this will come up. And I was also saying how pretty they are to look at. They're just so pretty. For actually making it, I just roll out some wax cord. I don't cut it because I want to make sure that I have enough to make my phone charm. So I don't cut it, I just tape it down and then add my beads. And I also talked about how if your wax cord starts to fray a bit, you can just cut some off, or you can roll it with your fingers and use clear nail polish to seal it. But wax cord, I've had no problem with pony beads so far. With spacer beads, I do have a problem with it fraying, so I always have to like roll it back up. Then I also talked about how to add something like this onto your charm. With these, they have just like this. So if you put it on your thread or your cord, it would be sideways. That is why you have to add a jump ring to the top, so it will face this way. You can see it here, the jump ring. All you have to do is just attach a jump ring and then put it on the cord. I will finish this and then show you how to end your charm. Here is my finished phone charm, and as I make it, I like to just like fold it over onto itself to see how long it'll be. So I like this length. I think this is good. I'm going to cut some of the wax cord, leaving a good amount, like that's probably good. Pick it up so it is like folded like that, and then I'm just going to tie the two ends together, making it pretty tight, and I'm going to double knot it. So there is this, but there's still no loop to attach it to your phone. So what I'm gonna do is make another knot up a little bit. I would say maybe like there. You want the loop to be big enough so all of the pony beads can fit in. So now I'm just doing another double knot here. So now I've created my loop, and you want the loop to be pretty big to fit all of the pony beads through. Believe me, you don't want it to be too small. It'll be such a pain putting it on your phone. And then to be extra secure, I like to also do this kind of knot. I don't really know what it's called, but where you wrap the thread over itself. I just do this, and I like to place it near the bottom of my charm. I guess it could be the top. And if you don't like the look of that, then you don't have to do that, but I just like to make it extra secure. And you can also get it even closer to the bottom. I have a hard time getting my knot all the way down here, so it always ends up like here. But if you can manage to get it all the way down here, that'll add some extra security. Then I also like to do the same thing here at the top. So I will do it again, just because wax cord is a bit more secure than like stretch cord, but it still looks like it comes apart. So I like to do another knot like this, just to make it extra secure. And you can also add clear nail polish to secure all these knots if you want to. So the last thing is to cut off these end pieces, and don't cut them too close to the knots, just cut them maybe like there is probably good. And I know some people, they like to use a little lighter to burn off the ends, but I'm kind of scared to do that, so I usually use clear nail polish. But just be careful because wax cord does look like it comes apart sometimes, so I always like to make sure my knots are extra secure. I don't want my beads to fall off in public. So this is my completed charm, and now I'm going to show you how to attach it to your case. Now that you have completed your charm, time to put it on your case. So what you have to do is just put the loop through the little ringer hole here. I'm not sure if, like, this is for an iPhone. I don't know if other phones like Androids have this for their cases, but any kind of like hole like that will work near the top of your phone if you want it near the top. I don't know if I'd put it down there though. I don't know. So once it's through, then you just have to feed the charm through the loop. And with pony beads, it can be a little difficult if the knot is too small, so just make sure you leave extra room to do this. And then once that is done, you just have to tighten it. And then you can hide this like in here. My case is clear, so you still see it, but if you have a non-clear case, if you just like put the little knot like up here, then you shouldn't be able to see it. So yeah, that is how to make this type of phone charm with this method. And now I'm going to show you how to make it the other way.
Alright, now I'm going to show you how to make a phone charm using a phone lariat. A phone lariat is basically like a pre-made loop. This is a more secure way, I guess, of making a loop phone charm without the knot being on the bottom of the phone charm. You're just going to make your phone charm as you would the other way. So I have some wax cord here that I'm going to tape down, leaving enough room to make my knot, and I'm just going to start adding beads to it. So once you're done putting the beads on your wax cord or your thread, whatever you're using, just loop it around like we did with the other one. And then we're going to tie the two ends together. Just make a couple knots. Then I like to do this one where you wrap it around to be more secure. So now we're going to use our phone lariat. And with the phone lariat, you're basically going to use the jump ring to loop onto the knots that you made. And I'm going to put it into this little loop that formed when I did this second knot. So you will need some pliers for this step. So for this one, I'm just going to hold the loop kind of open with the pliers. And then put it through here. And use my other pliers to squeeze it back shut. Now you can cut the excess string off from this. Try not to get too close to the end though. And if you want, you can try and like tuck these ends up into this little tube. And then you would just put it on the same way using this loop. And if you want to be even more secure, you can add some clear nail polish to the knots. So another way that you can use the phone lariat is by tying the phone charm like you would, and then adding a crimp bead, and then using these crimpers, you would just press the bead in. Also, the crimp bead is over the knot that I tied, so then you would press it in, This is what it looks like when you crimp the crimp bead. So it should be like kind of flat. Then you will attach this clasp to the jump ring. Once the clasp is attached to the lariat, then you can just attach it to the phone charm.
Now you can cut off these excess cord right here.